Hey folks, how you doing? How you been? Ledusim here, continuing to play through Hearthstone, and we are just going to play some more ranked games. I'm going to play my Shaman deck for a little bit, see if I can get a little bit higher rank. This is the last day before the ranks get reset, so I don't know, just makes my life easier for the next time around when the rank does get reset. You get some levels or some rank based on your previous standing. So if I can make it a few more ranks higher, makes it a little bit easier in the next run. Alternatively, it doesn't really matter, you know. You always climb the rankings later, and just, yeah, whatever. So reality, the Shaman. Mostly I'm just playing for fun as well. I got some new cards that I'm going to be trying to work into some new decks, so when the ranks do get reset, I'm going to see how far I can level up and actually try for once, because I've never really gone for a high rank here. I've always just kind of what do I want to do? He has an Undertaker, which means he's probably going to play something with Death Rattle soon. So a Lightning Bolt here, even though I can't use it for the Unbound Elemental, but I think it's better to kill this off right now. I'd rather save the Rockbiter weapon. Alternatively, you know, the Rockbiter weapon isn't that terrible on this turn either, even though it is potential damage that I could use, but we'll do it. And then maybe I'll play the Shield Bearer. So yeah, like I said, I haven't really tried before. The only reason I use the Rockbiter weapon there is because that way I only take 1 damage, and I can potentially save the Lightning Bolt for the Unbound Elemental possibility. So this turn we will play the... If he has Hex, he's going to play it. But we'll take the chance. We'll play the Unbound Elemental. We'll see what happens. Nope, but he does have a Flame Tongue Totem, which is quite annoying. Oh, come on. That's super annoying. Because he's just going to destroy that now. Alright, fine. So we will now officially Lightning Bolt this thing. So that's no more. And I could play the Feral Spirits, and they will survive against the Gnome. It will leave me with very little mana for the following turn. But it's not like I have anything that good to play anyways, so I could always coin Hex if I need to. It doesn't look like he's got much to play. Lightning Storm is rather annoying. I hope it doesn't kill everything I have and only injures him. It does. Sorry that happened. So I have a few choices. I could Mana Tide Totem, and this might be the perfect time to Mana Tide Totem, actually. Seeing how he just uses Lightning Storm, and I hope he doesn't have a Lightning Bolt or something in his hand. Or a Hex. But he can't play a Fire Elemental, so you can't kill that with the Fire Elemental, leaving it hopefully for a couple of turns. We'll find out if he does have a Lightning Bolt. No, he's got an Undertaker so far. And a Totem. And potentially a Lightning Bolt. Rockbiter weapon. But the Rockbiter weapon only gets you past that. So what are my choices? Well, I could Earth Elemental. I could Lightning Storm, which seems reasonable to clear those two out. Yeah, I will Lightning Storm. Maybe it's a waste, but he's only got 2 cards. I'm going to take that opportunity to remove him from the board, play this. And I could always Earth Elemental in the next turn if I really want to. I'm kind of afraid he might have a Hex, so I'm trying to draw that out with this thing. No hex on his part. Fortunately for me, I do have a hex on my part. So we'll go ahead and hex that right away. And then I will play the axe, and I will just kill this totem. Giving me another card. Good. Now I have a clear card advantage because I keep getting cards every 2 cards a turn, whereas my opponent is only getting 1. Fugan is a little annoying. Hex luckily solves that problem for me. And another totem there. Good. Alright, so we will just do that again. Rinse and repeat, if you will. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any damage in, which kind of stinks. But that's alright. Maybe next turn I could play the Fire Elemental. I'll play one, then I can play another. And then that can leave my Earth Elemental safe from hexing. Now I'm out of hexes, so I can't do anything about Baron Rivendare. Other than something like this. How much damage does this give me? 4 and 3. Perfect. 3 damage. 4 damage. Hit you with that. Hit you with that. And I'll even play the Shield Bearer on this side to get me a 2/4 and another card. Now we're talking. We've got excellent card draw. We've got the Flame Tongue Totem. We've got a Fire Elemental out. Things are proceeding rather well. What are you going to hex? Flame Tongue Totem. I would have hexed the Elemental, but that's just me. Still leaves me with 2 taunts. Not to mention, I'm going to save the Earth Shock for when he brings this shade out. Not to mention stuff like this. And hell, we'll just cast that. Hey, healing too. Nice. And a card. How many cards do I have? I'm running out of cards rather quickly at this rate. So, and we'll definitely use the... Okay. Let's threaten him. I will definitely use the... I was gonna say the Earth Shock on the shade, but I guess there's no need there. Too little, too late. So let's keep going. Yep. So I like this deck. I like the combination of Shaman totems and all the other stuff. Another Shaman. Burl 9. Burly 9? I don't know. You know, against the Shaman, I don't feel the need. I will keep the Feral Spirits because they're great, but I don't need the Shield Bearer just yet. Of course, I get one anyways. And I obviously got rid of Ysera because there's nothing I can do with it for 9 turns, so it's not worth keeping in my hand when I could actually get cards I could play. Feral Spirits, on the other hand, is just a wonderful card, and it gives you... It's got a nasty overload, but otherwise it's a wonderful card. So I go first again, which I don't necessarily appreciate, but what can you do? And we've got our Shield Bearer, Feral Spirits, Earth Shock, and of course we have Lothap. My opponent is going to coin into Totem, which is okay, I guess. I don't know. Can't say I necessarily agree with that, but whatever. We'll play the Loot Hoarder. This is something that is almost worth Earth Shocking. We'll see if my opponent has an Earth Shock. I would Earth Shock this because it prevents my opponent from having a creature on the board, plus prevents them from getting the card, because really the only reason I play the Loot Hoarder is to get the card draw and maybe do something like clear out the totem. So he does have an Earth Shock. It's a little disappointing, but on the other hand, I'd rather him use the Earth Shock than sooner rather than later. So I have choices. I can Earth Shock myself, outright killing this thing, or I could play the Feral Spirits, which will put me in overload. However, I'll only lose 1 to this thing, and I get to keep the Earth Shock with the Silence in case I need it for something else later, and I think the Silence is more valuable to me. So this thing does have Wind Fury, but Wind Fury is only so good when you only have 1 health. So what do you have? Lightning Bolt. Okay, so you have 1 Lightning Bolt to take that out. And now you're overloaded. And you're going to have to run that in. Right? Right? Okay. So, thoughts. I could Earth Shock just to kill this. Maybe it's worthwhile. That doesn't leave me with much. Or I could try to summon a totem, see what I get. Which also won't necessarily help me. You know what? I will Earth Shock just to keep this thing alive. And I can work on killing this guy. Alright, next turn I can Loatheb, which makes Taunt impossible, not Taunt, Hex impossible, and all kinds of good stuff. Of course, it also depends on what my opponent plays. I'd love to keep Earth Shock for stuff like the other elemental type. Oh, that's annoying. Another Totemic Might. He's got a bunch of them, but are they really worth it? Don't know. I'm definitely playing Loatheb. Good. And then we'll just keep wailing away at this thing for a little bit. So that makes spells very difficult to play. So he's going to summon a totem, and he's out of Totemic Mites, for better or for worse. He's going to play a Flame Tongue Totem. So obviously Flame Tongue Totem is a great combo with this, but luckily I can also see if I can get a Wrath of Air Totem. I do not. Oh well, I'll play the Lightning Storm anyways, and hopefully clear out the whole board. But if not, should clear out most of it. And we will go ahead and just kill that. Put down a Shield Bearer and move on. So this is a little bit annoying. Okay. But I guess that works. I didn't even do damage to his hero, I don't think. He just gave up when his combo of cards didn't work out. I can see the gimmick there, which is get some really buff totems, get a healing totem, throw down Flame Tongue Totem, and next thing you know you have some really half-decent cards on the board. But it's only so good. Fake name 6 the Paladin. Alright. Earth Elemental, so good, I want to keep it. But I really shouldn't. Not yet. Not so early on either. I'll keep the Unbound Elemental. The problem with playing a Paladin is a lot of stuff like Equality and the whatever the card is that sets my hero's attack to 1. Also Humility if he's playing Humility, although most people don't. So there's a lot of problems with Paladins. And this might be a Zoo Paladin? I don't know. Because he's running Knife Juggler. Well, we'll start off with just getting rid of the Knife Juggler right away. Rather not have it around messing stuff up for me. Then I could follow it up with an Unbound Elemental and then Flame Tongue Totem, Loot Hoarder combo. Good. Alright, Lightning Storm would be nice. No. Loatheb is nice. Doesn't help me this particular turn, but is a nice card to have. So I'll play the Unbound Elemental anyways, even though there's a good chance it might get killed. Could lose it to the Leper Gnomes. He's gonna overwhelm me with a bunch of crap soon, isn't he? So, as much as I want to play the Loot Hoarder here, Shield Bearer is actually really nice. So what we can do... No, come on. My game's freaking out a little bit because I'm trying to compile stuff in the background. Flame Tongue Totem, Shield Bearer. Let's hit you in the face. Maybe I should be taking out some of these gnomes, but I don't want him to use a consecration and kill my elemental. So this way, if he uses consecration, he still doesn't kill everything, he just injures it. There it is. Now he has to run at least one creature into my shield bearer. One gnome. That dies. He's obviously going to kill off the Flame Tongue Totem, because why wouldn't you? And I'll probably run the other gnome into the elemental. So a little annoying. But that's okay. I've taken quite a bit of damage actually, and it's still early on, but we'll play Lothab, the Great Equalizer. He can't really cast any spells this turn. True Silver Champion, unfortunately, does not count as a spell. So that stinks. And he's just going to run that in to kill off Lothab. Okay, good for you. What do I have that will bail me out here? Stormforged Axe does not necessarily bail me out, but I can do Elemental Stormforged Axe. Levels me up a bit, and I can work on clearing off crap he has on the board. He can still kill my elemental off by running his weapon into it and his recruit, but at least that's the end of the weapon, and then maybe I can get a Manatide Totem out. I've taken quite a bit of damage already, and it's just a bit against chump cards, which really stinks. Maybe I should have kept my taunt. Oh, that's terrible. And the fact that he's keeping his weapon around is really bad and annoying. This is good. This is going to help me quite a bit. Just to clear this out. Then we can play the Loot Hoarder, and I can't summon a totem. I'm hitting him directly, just out of frustration more than anything. I could have played the totem, but it would have just died to his True Silver Champion. No point in doing that. He's going to hit me directly. Good. I want him to waste that True Silver Champion. Hopefully he doesn't have another one in his deck. No, but he has a Sword of Justice, which is almost just as bad. That Sword of Justice is really, really annoying. Incredibly so. Alright, so I can hex that, which might be worthwhile. And kill it with myself. I can kill this with that. See what he's got. What I got. Feral Spirits. Good. I'd rather play Feral Spirits this turn because I only have 10 life. This buys me a little bit of breathing room. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then I could work towards getting that Manatide Totem out. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, at least one of them lived. I've taken a lot of damage. I need some, ideally, let's see what kind of totem I get. Healing Totem would be good? No. Well, I gotta play the Manatide, I think. And then maybe just trade straight up for that. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Storm, of course, is decent, but not exactly what I need. Here, Echoing Ooze. Hopefully he doesn't have a Blessing of Kings. Oh, he does. That's terrible. And a Divine Favor, of course. This is a really good Paladin deck, at least so far. He got really lucky with the draws, too. Getting all the small cards in the beginning, getting the bigger cards later on. Earthshock will save me from one of these guys. Why did I Earthshock that one and not the other one? I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm just messing this up all over the place. Should have cast the totem first, see if I can get... No. Not the one I needed. I messed that up. If I did that correctly, this would not have been a problem. So that's just me being dumb. I should have cast the totem first, see if I get Wrath of Air, or the Shock, the bigger one, the one with the more health, then done that other stuff. And then I could have cleared the board. And I still wouldn't have had a lot to play, but I would have bought myself a turn. So, yeah, that was just me kind of panicking at the end and being dumb. It happens. Oh well, moving on. Who do we play? Another Paladin. Witchy the Paladin. Okay. There's my Ysera, which we will promptly get rid of. Do I want to keep Shield Bearer? Yeah, I'll keep the Shield Bearer around. Lothab is great, but not what I wanted. Could have Lightning Storm is better, just to have around, or something like Lightning Bolt for the Unbound Elemental, or my Rockbiter weapon would be even better. Deathlord is a great card. Good start. Keeps crap like that away from me. Another Earth Shock. I am not going to do it. In fact, I'm just going to summon a totem. I'd rather save the coin for a potential Lothab. I summon a Searing Totem. Never really looked at these pictures. I see. It's kind of like a little lava spout or something. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so he's going to just injure his spiders. That's fine. It's all well and good. We are going to play the Deathlord. So he might have an equality, which would be a good use against the Deathlord. Humility isn't that great. There's the equality. I was afraid of that. Kind of. A little bit afraid of it. What does he get? A Harvest Golem. Not super. Not bad. Lightning Storm, of course, would be wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't get it. Nope, nope, no, not what I want to play. I'm going to play the Shield Bearer. And then I could summon a totem, or I'm thinking Unbound Elemental. And the reason why I'm going to play the Unbound Elemental is in the hopes that I do get a Lightning Storm, or some kind of, or my weapon or something on the next turn. The good news is he's already wasted an equality, so that makes me happy. There's the Consecration. This is just like last match all over again, except a little bit better, I think. I think it's worth using an Earth Shock to kill the Golem here, because it doesn't get to come back. And then maybe even, you know, I could coin into Lothab, and it almost seems worth it, because he won't be able to use any spells or Blessing of Kings. And yes, he can kill Lothab, giving it a little bit of time, but we'll see. And maybe next turn I can get a Healing Totem, if all goes well. So he puts out a Sludge Belcher, okay. What do I get? Lightning Storm, perfect. Let's see if I can get a good totem to help me out here. No. So we'll go ahead and Lightning Storm anyways. And let's Rockbiter weapon on me to kill this thing, because I want Lothab to live. Lothab must live. Damn it. I won't kill that with Lothab. So, how's the situation? Well, not wonderful. He's got an Aldor Peacekeeper, which also makes it not wonderful, and a True Silver Champion. It's bound to happen, but I was hoping that it didn't. So So once again, I find myself taking way too much damage against scrubs. We'll play the Feral Spirits. We'll see if we get a healing totem just for fun. No Wrath of Air totem. That's fine. I guess I'll hit him for one. It doesn't. I shouldn't have done that because he can just heal that back with his True Silver Champion. I should have hit the Aldor Peacekeeper so it would die. Tyrion Fordring. Alright, well that stinks. Luckily, we have Hexes. So he heals himself back. He's gonna do that. Oh, good. Just in case I didn't have one. Boop. And then one of these. And then we're gonna kill this with that. This with that. Pass our turn on. So, unfortunately, I'm lacking for cards. Even though I did get rid of this Tyrion, which is nice because Tyrion is a pain in the butt. It's an awesome card. It's a 6/6. It's got Taunt, it's got Divine Shield, and it gives him a 5/3 weapon when killed. So, all in all, I mean, it's pretty damn good. I'm glad I killed it. Let's kill the gnome with this. Hopefully prevents him from getting a card. We'll see if the secret's what I think it is, which is, unfortunately it is redemption, so it brings that back to life. Oh well. Had I known, I would have actually hexed and killed that thing, because then all he gets is a frog. But we do get a taunt. And I just wish we had our Mana Tide totem, which would really help me out. 16, 17. So we're trading, but unfortunately for me, he's got a Loatheb. It doesn't matter because I don't have any spells. Another secret, which is kind of annoying. And not much else. Okay, so we'll play the Loot Hoarder because I need to get stuff out. We'll summon something. We'll see if his secret's what I think it is, which is probably Noble Sacrifice. No, is it another redemption? It is. Oh, come on. You can't keep on playing redemptions. It's actually a really good call. Unfortunately, I just gave him more cards than I would like. So this isn't looking great for me. My Mana Tide totem's nowhere to be found. Okay, that can't be a redemption. So that's something at least. Another lightning storm would be great. Thank you. At least somebody listens to me. That stinks. Kind of. I wasn't going to kill Loatheb anyways, but I was hoping to at least injure it significantly. So we'll play this. We might as well. It's fine. I didn't do the damage that I would have liked to Loatheb. This really stinks, and if I get something like Ysera, I can't even play it because I'm overloaded, so... come on. Mad Scientists for secrets. Of course. And another 1/1, which is kind of annoying. Oh, good. There's not much that can save me. This will help a bit. That helps for a bit. All of these things buy me a turn. Unless he gets Consecration, in which case they don't. Yeah, okay. They don't. So you got pretty lucky on the card draw there. On the RNG. Which happens. When I played as a paladin last, I got pretty lucky on the RNG as well, so. But that stinks. That was kind of the end of that. Let's try that again. Hopefully no more paladins. Because I'm kind of sick of paladins. And I'm really debating getting rid of Ysera, replacing it with something a little bit smaller, a little bit more playable. Oh, come on. 3 paladins in a row. Alright. It's fine. I'm gonna get rid of the shield bearer. I'm definitely keeping the Death Lord. I'm definitely keeping the Unbound Elemental. This is pretty damn good for the most part. Death Lord is, of course, my most likely go-to on turn 2. Hopefully he doesn't have an equality. It seems to be a common thread with all of these paladins that I'm playing against, is that they do have equality early on. I'm just hoping for one that gets a bad draw and doesn't mulligan to an equality. Then again, I'm not going first, so he doesn't get an extra card. 2 extra cards, really. So that is a plus for me. So he mulligans 2. Again, hoping he didn't draw an equality there, which will let me keep my Death Lord alive. Paladins don't have great removal outside of equality. It's not like they have Hex or Fireball or, you know, any of the Deadly Shot or any of the other removal that some of the other classes have. So Paladins really depend on dealing pure damage or changing the minion's health to 1. Okay. Leper Gnome, and end your turn. Come on. Thank you. Do I want to waste an Earth Shock on it? Not particularly. I'd rather take the damage. Could be dumb. But I think I'd rather waste, or not waste, but save the Earth Shock for something a bit more significant. I will use an Earth Shock and a Loot Hoard to prevent my opponent from getting a card, but
let me think.
Oh. Chronophile, is that because you like having lots of time? Lots of time to take your turn? Lots of time to make me sit here and wait? Is that why your name is Chronophile? Huh? Huh? Sorry. And he didn't attack me. What an odd fella. We're gonna coin into this thing. Because I've got Unbound Elemental for... Okay. Just pass this turn. And we're gonna kill this thing. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Is he playing a handlock? Is that what he's doing? In that case, I'm very happy I'm saving this stuff for later. Not a handlock, a hand paladin deck, where he's gonna just put out giants and crap. No, because I'd rather put out Lothab or something. I have lots of taunt, so your strategy may or may not pay out here, sir. But we will throw Lothab out there, so you can't do any spells. Okay. Or he just left. And now I have to sit here and wait. Is this why they call you Chronophile? Because you like wasting everyone's time? No? Alright. Maybe he came back? I have no idea what was happening there. I thought he was playing like a hand paladin deck or something where he was stacking up cards and hoping to play giants and give them taunt and all kinds of stuff like that, but I think he was just having internet problems, if I were to guess. By the look of it. Alright, come on, no more paladins. You can do this one thing for me, game. Alright, good. Sauron, the druid. At least it's not a paladin. As much. I want that Manatide totem. I'm afraid of keeping it though because crap. I'll take the chance that he doesn't have Wrath, whatever. Where he can deal 3 damage to me. Okay, nothing good. I'm going to summon a totem and pass the turn because I don't have anything better to do. Next turn, it's Deathlord, then Unbound Elemental, then Stoneforged Axe, and probably another totem or something. Okay, so Unstable Ghoul, I'm cool. I'm cool with the Ghoul. I'm down with the Clown. That sort of thing. Alright, Deathlord is out. Druids have Naturalize, and they have the Poison Seeds, but they don't have much else in direct removal. They can do direct damage, and a lot of it. Not this turn, unless he decides to coin into a swipe, but even then, it's hard to kill a 2/8. He is going to innervate into something. Druid of the Claw. It almost makes me wish I had kept my Taunt. But on the other hand, maybe not. Do I take the chance that he doesn't have what I'm kind of afraid of him having? I don't know. I'm going to play the Elemental. Because next turn I can Elemental and Axe, and that'll buff both of them up. Then I can Earth, Elemental, and so on, and I can just kind of keep this train going. Wrath of Nature, I think, is what it's called. Alright, so... Blood Mage Thalamus is just going to die when your Ghoul pops. I'm not quite sure what the plan was with that, but that's okay. These things happen. We're going to play the other Elemental. We're going to play our Axe. And let's figure out how we want to play this. I could pop this with that. It'll take it down to 1 life. Or I could pop this with that. That'll take it down to 2. Which I think I'll do. That hurts everyone. And then I guess I'll sacrifice an Elemental for that. And then hit him directly. Not ideal, but... oh well. Then what I can do is hope to try to get a healing totem. That would be wonderful. But then I can't play something like Earth Elemental, which would buff that up. Oh, he's going to do 2 damage to everyone. Just fine. Don't get anything too good. That's actually okay. I hate to do it. Well, I could see if I get... but I think what I need to do is play this. This is a little dangerous, but if I play this, this gets buffed up. I could trade that for that. I guess I'll hit him directly. So it's a little bit dangerous because I'm putting all my eggs in the 7-8 basket. But I have a 7-8 out on the board. My opponent does not. What's he going to coin into? 7 mana for Ancient of War, which is going to give him a bunch of health. Few options. Earth Shocking it makes it not have Taunt anymore. So, okay, this is kind of a waste, and I'm going to take damage, but if I Earth Shock this, this goes back to 5 life, 4 life, even better. Then I can give myself Rockbiter Weapon and kill it. And Wrath of Air Totem wouldn't have really helped me out there because it would have been a 3 life and I still wouldn't have had enough to just kill it on my own. But I can get rid of that and keep this healthy, which I think is important. Next turn I'll be up to 8 mana, which is great. This is perfect use for my Fire Elemental. So he's going to Wild Growth, which I don't know if I would be doing, but it's up to him. Only because I would be saving the Wild Growth probably for later. Alright, so we're going to Fire Elemental on this guy. Everyone takes damage. Let's see if I can get a healing totem, which would be great. I did. Wonderful. Everybody gets healed a little bit. Gets this out of swipe range. This out of swipe range. Wonderful. That's less wonderful. And there's Naturalize. So Naturalize has a downside. but it gives me 2 cards. Of course. The upside is, well, I can get rid of my card, which is an awesome card. I'm going to Hex the crap out of this. I'm going to play the Flame Tongue Totem there. We are going to hit this for 2. We're going to hit him for 8, and then we're going to put down a Shield Bearer so that this actually can not only soak up damage. You know what? I will play the Mana Tide Totem as well at this point. Not only soak up damage as a taunt, but also do damage to whatever creatures he attacks into it. And my opponent is down to 6 life. Wonderful. This is how I like to play this deck. So Loathab is good as well. Prevents him from doing things like swipe. Or at the very least, if he does swipe, that's most of his mana, because that's 4 mana for a swipe, plus 5, so 9. He's going to Keeper of the Groove on that. Okay, fair enough. And swipe on that, which stinks, but at the same time, my Healing Totem kind of keeps everything alive. Shield Bearer, I cannot win. Yes, I can. I forgot I had Rockbiter weapon. Okay. Or he can just concede. That works. Well, that was fun. Alright, well with that, I am going to put a break in this video. So folks, I hope you are enjoying these episodes and this series. If you are, please show your support. Leave a like. It helps me out a whole bunch. If you like the channel, hit subscribe. You get updates whenever I post new stuff. And as always, my name is Laducium. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you folks next time. Later.